Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today's video is going to be a best and worst to Juicy Chemistry. I got requested to share my reviews on Juicy Chemistry products a couple of weeks ago, and that's when I realized how have I not done a best and worst of this brand already. For those of you who don't know, best and worst of a particular brand is kind of a series I've been doing for a while. I believe I started it maybe like 2 years ago or something, maybe around 2 years. I've done one for Himalaya, I've done one for Biotique, I've done one for Plum also, I'm pretty sure. And maybe the only brand I've also done this for is Sugar Cosmetics. I think I have, or maybe I was like planning to do one and I never got around to doing it. I literally cannot remember because it's been the longest time since I did a best and worst. So yeah, I have a playlist of all of these videos. If you haven't checked them out, I will remember, I will try to remember and leave a link to the playlist, or you can just directly go to my channel, click on the playlists tab, and you will see the playlist which I created for best and worst of a particular brand. And you can go check out and binge watch all of those videos. But anyways, in case you're interested to know the products which I have tried from Juicy Chemistry in the past and what I think about them, then this is the video for you. And if you're new to my channel, please make sure that you subscribe, hit on the bell button. I will also have my Instagram, which you can also check out. I will have my Instagram handle, the name, in the description box, so you can go and check it out and go follow me there as well. But yeah, now let's dive right in and get started and talk about Juicy Chemistry. Now, one of the first things that I want to say about the brand before I start talking about the products. I kind of I'm eating up my words today for some reason. I have no idea why. But yeah, one of the things about Juicy Chemistry that I feel like it's like a two-edged sword. It can be a good thing for certain people, but then it can not be a good thing for other people. Is the fact that they are natural and organic. If you don't know, I feel like Juicy Chemistry is like the top brand when it comes to natural and organic products in the Indian market, and I'm pretty sure now they do have their products which are being sold internationally also, which is great because Juicy Chemistry is an Indian owned brand. I'm pretty sure that the owner is a South Indian, not being biased whatsoever about it, but yeah, I'm pretty sure the brand started maybe in Chennai or Bangalore. If you know, correct me in the comment section. But yeah, either of those two places. And my mom's from Chennai, in case you guys did not know this. So yeah, the brand definitely feels like very familiar, very it feels like a family member of yours has started the brand, and yeah, it just gives me that vibe. But that does not mean I'm going to be partial to the brand whatsoever, because again, like I was saying, it's a double-edged sword. The thing I don't like about the brand, and I think the main reason why I don't use a lot of their products is because since they are natural and organic, they have a very short shelf life. So anything that you buy, you have to open and start using immediately, and you get anywhere around, I want to say, 6 to 9 months to use up the products before they go bad. I'm pretty sure most of the products have only like a 6 month shelf life. So yeah, that is really sad, because for me personally, when I buy something, I don't immediately open it up and start using it. It takes me a while. And then by the time I open the product, and I mean, they do have a pretty good quantity like any other product. And yeah, I just have to rush with using it, and sometimes things can go bad, and then it's kind of a waste, because the products are, I would say, not super inexpensive, not super duper expensive. I would say they're mid-range. They're not super pricey, but then they're not the most affordable either. So when things go bad, it feels bad to just you're just throwing your money in the bin basically. So yeah, that's one of the reasons why Juicy Chemistry is not one of my top repurchased. I don't constantly repurchase products that I've tried from them already, because of the reason that it's not the easiest. But yeah, if you are someone who is not like me and you don't hoard skincare like I do, I think it's going to be very easy for you to go to buy from them and use up the products before they go bad, and you will probably not end up wasting your money. But yeah, for some reason this brand intro has gotten way too long. So let me quickly dive right in and talk about the specific products. Now, when I was doing research and I was like making a list of everything that I have tried out from them, I realized a lot of the products which I have tried out are not sold anymore. So that was kind of like, I can give you a review, but like there's no point of giving you a review. Like they used to make powder cleansers earlier, which were like you mix them with like water or milk or something like that, and then I'm pretty sure it was water or rose water, not milk. But yeah, you just mix them with like water, and then you like apply them on your face and then wash it off. That was the concept. And I did try out one of the variants. I think it was the black rice one, maybe. And it was okay. Again, I didn't like it much, but they don't make those products anymore. In fact, they've come out with like regular face washes now, and the one that did appeal to me was the tea tree one. But then again, like I mentioned, it was a mid-range cleanser. It was somewhere around 500, 600 maybe, if I'm not wrong. So yeah, that's the reason I am not sure if I will go ahead and purchase it. If any of you have tried it out, let me know in the comment section down below what you think about it, or even if you want me to review it. Right now I have a lot of face washes that I just recently bought, that I will be trying out. So I, even if I do end up buying this, I'm not gonna buy it immediately. It's gonna take me a while. But if you do want me to buy this, or if you have bought it, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. The other product which I also tried out from them, which again I'm pretty sure these two are also not available anymore, is their charcoal deodorant. I remember mentioning this in a project pan also, because I was trying to get myself to use it, but honestly it smelled so bad that I was just like, you know what, I give up. I cannot put this on my armpits because I don't want to smell like that the whole day. So I ended up just tossing it away, because again it went bad also. I tried to use it up, I couldn't use it up. So yeah, if you have tried out the deodorants that they are selling right now, let me know your experience and share that. I'm pretty sure I will not be repurchasing those, because again, another thing with Juicy Chemistry products, and not just Juicy Chemistry products, but brands that make natural and organic products, is a lot of times the products can smell very, very like herbally, and it's not any kind of like synthetic fragrance that they're putting in. It might be essential oils, or it might just be the scent of the ingredients. But I don't like things like those. But maybe any of you who can share your review, it might help other people who are also going through the comment section. So yeah, if you want to share your review on the natural deodorants, if you have tried them, then please leave those in the comment section again. And I did try out their grapefruit lip scrub as well. Now they do still make lip scrubs and lip masks, which by the way I did buy the blood orange one, the blood orange lip balm, which one, and that one is for pigmented lips. I bought it like barely 1 or 2 weeks ago, so I can, like, I haven't used it enough, and I cannot tell if I like it, or if it works or it doesn't work. I still have to like continue using it, so you will probably see it in like a future review or a future monthly favorites, something of that sort. With the grapefruit lip scrub, I did not enjoy it a lot, mainly because I felt like I was just rubbing sugar on my lips, which I'm pretty sure they do use sugar in their lip scrubs, which again, I don't have anything against that. It's just that I don't gravitate for lip scrubs just in general. Even if it was a lip scrub from a different brand, I would have still probably not gravitated to using it. And I don't think a lip scrub is necessarily important. If you have really dry, really chapped lips, then maybe yeah. Otherwise, you can just use like you can just take your regular towel and then just put it under hot water and like get it wet a little bit, and then just use that and like exfoliate your lips gently. Or some people even use like their toothbrush that they regularly use otherwise, and use that. For me, my toothbrush cup bristles actually hurt my lips when I use a toothbrush, so I just use like the wet towel thing. And yeah, the lip scrub in general was not my favorite, but I feel like if you use lip scrubs in general and if you like using lip scrubs, you will probably like it. So I think this one is more of a preference thing, not like a product thing, if you know what I mean. So yeah, those were some of the things which I'm pretty sure are not available anymore, but you can find something similar, like maybe a different variant of the same product. Moving on to some of the things which I really like, and these are products which they still make. So if you want to get your hands on them, you can definitely do so, and I personally highly recommend them. And that is their facial mists cum toners. The two variants that I have tried out is the aloe vera water and the Australian tea tree and basil toner. The Australian basil and tea tree one is one that I recently repurchased, and I actually bought like 2 bottles of it. I'm pretty sure I showed it in a haul video, but I'm not sure if that video is already up or it's going to be up. But yeah, you can definitely check it out. I did a collective haul, and again, the 3 products I bought from Juicy Chemistry are like 2 toners. Basically 2 of the same, and then the lip balm. So yeah, the Australian tea tree and basil toner is one that I highly recommend. That one is supposed to be for acne prone skin, but I don't think it's going to actually help you with like any active acne. If you have, it might help in like preventing acne maybe, but I don't want to claim that. I don't know if they claim that either, but I don't really think a product can do that. Again, I'm not sure. I didn't buy it for the anti-acne benefits or anything, but what I've noticed is that when it's more hot and humid, I like using that as a face mist. So I will obviously wash my face in the shower, come out of the shower and spray the toner on, and then put like my regular serum and moisturizer, and I just feel like in the hotter weather, it just kind of like mattifies my skin and doesn't make my skin as oily as it would otherwise if I was not using it. So yeah, for the month of October, I did purchase that because you're in Mumbai, it's really hot in the month of October. So hopefully I'm going to really enjoy using that in the month of October. I said October like 3 times already, but yeah, that one is personally my favorite toner. But the aloe vera one is also really good. I feel like it's like a normal face mist, the aloe vera one. So yeah, that one I don't tend to like repurchase as much. But if you just want a simple face mist and you just want you want to experience the pleasure of like misting a face mist on your face, then maybe you can get the aloe vera one. So yeah, those are 2 of the ones that I have personally tried. I just didn't gravitate to any of the other ones because I was probably a little scared that maybe the scent of the other ones might not really appeal to me much. So yeah, that's the reason I didn't try any other one. Moving on next to, I think the last 2 products, no, the last 3 products are all actually from the same category, and these 3 were basically not my favorite. All these 3 are their facial oils cum serums. So I tried the Helichrysum and Rosehip facial oil, the Kakadu plum and pomegranate facial oil, and the Frankinese, I believe that's how you say, and hemp facial oil. Now the Rosehip and Helichrysum one, by the way, if I'm saying any of these names wrong, then just ignore my pronunciation. But the Helichrysum and Rosehip one, I'm pretty sure is for like acne scars and stuff, because that's what Rosehip oil is really good for. But personally, I did not notice much of a difference in terms of the marks and the acne scars that I have. And the main reason why I don't like either of these 3 is because again, they are facial oils and they're very thick, they're very heavy. I would not use any of them for the daytime ever. I don't think the brand says you should use it in the daytime. Again, I'm not sure, so read the description on the brand's website. But I'm just telling you my personal experience. If you are going to get either of these 3, make sure you use them only in the night time, and that too maybe like in the slightly drier weather. If you use it like if you live in a hot or a humid place and you use it when it's not that dry or not that cold, you will probably wake up and still look like a greasy mess. Because these are really heavy, and that's the reason why my oily, like normal oily self, did not like it. So yeah, if you have normal to dry skin, I would only recommend it then. If you have normal to oily skin, stay away. Similarly, the Kakadu plum and pomegranate one basically has a lot of ingredients that have vitamin C in it. So ideally, it's again supposed to brighten your skin, give your skin those vitamin C benefits. I did not notice any of those benefits, so I was like. And then the Frankinese and the hemp seed oil one, I am pretty sure this one is the anti-acne one, but again, correct me if I'm wrong. My just overall thoughts I just combine for all of them was that none of them did anything for me. Of course, they did moisturize, they did nourish my skin, and I did use them in the winters, so my skin did not get any dry. But it's just too oily. It's just too oily, and I feel like for oily skin, I never say that oily skin should not use facial oils, because I think that oily skin can benefit from facial oils when your skin is a little bit dry. But there are so many other oils like, squalene and stuff like that, and that is not heavy and greasy, which is why I prefer those. These are just too oily, too greasy. I don't like them. And yeah, that is it. Those are all the products I've tried from them. If I do end up trying out the Tea Tree face wash, I will keep you guys updated. So stay tuned, stay subscribed, watch my videos as regularly as possible, so you will probably see it pop up in some of the other videos. And the same goes for the non lip mask, the lip balm that I'm trying out right now. But yeah, that is it for all the products. I really hope that this video was helpful to you. In case you were wondering what I think about the Juicy Chemistry products, I hope this video was helpful to you. And yeah, that is it. I'm going to end the video right here. I've already been blabbering for 15 minutes. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys. Until next time, bye. Bye bye.